Oh, good afternoon, oh, good evening rather. Medyo nagkaroon tayo ng adjustments for today because, well, from starting today rather, we will actually have our Feel Good with Tato at Wow Very Good Live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Yan ang aking bagong schedule na ngayon, 6 p.m. dahil meron tayong mga pre-programming in terms of dito sa ating ating istasyon sa Wow Very Good Live. Meron tayong nauna sa atin. I'm sure, siguro, ako pala kung sure na si Dream Sensei, na kung saan ay he will have his program from Monday to Tuesday na at 5 o'clock p.m. then. So basically, yun ang ating magiging I would say regular programming. Yung mga changes kasi tayo dito sa Wow Very Good Live. But anyway, so for today, I'm starting late lang I'm supposed to start at 6 o'clock, but then again, huli tayo sa 6:20 plus na or 6. I don't know what time it is right now. I'd like to say hi first to some friends who are watching me at in Facebook Live. Hi, Juan de Guzman from Baguio City. Hello, kamusta na kayo? Kamusta na si Brother Gordon? At sana nga magkita-kita tayo dyan sa Baguio City in very soon. Siguro this August na, no? I promised July, kaya lang medyo hectic tayo dito. I'd like to say hi to Ricky Dizon and Lolita Villanueva Gibon and Virgilio Flores are watching at Wow Very Good at Facebook Live. Sa Wow Very Good Live, hindi ko alam kung sino pa ang nakakapanood sa atin ngayon. But definitely, we are going to have a great time together sa ating programa ngayon dahil marami tayong pag-uusapan na very interesting, very, I would say, relevant. It is very day and age in terms of, well, what's happening. At dito nga, sa ating programa ay magkakaroon tayo ng mga I would say mga topics na medyo alam na naman ninyo, tulad ng dati, ako ay may pagka-controversial in terms of what I normally talk about. So, nagkakaroon tayo ng adjustment dito sa ating sound. Alright, so, yun na nga. So, yung mga taong napaka-common naman yung word na yung tao. Yung mga nakakasubaybay na sa akin dito sa Wow Very Good Live at sa ating programang Feel Good with Tato, nakakasanayan na nila yung sabi nga may pagka-shocking ang mga topics ko. No? So basically, I hope you just bear with me, have an open mind, at you will be able to appreciate exactly what I'm trying to share here or teach here. Hi, I'd like to say hi to Lance Edwards, who's watching right now. Hi, Lance. Si Bossing. Ating Bossing dito sa Wow Very Good Live. Sana one time you can visit us live here so we can have a nice discussion as to the latest. Alam mo naman, pagdating sa latest, ikaw ang may alam yan eh. Medyo pa na ako sa mga latest sa mga pambagets, pambata. Although, of course, I try to update myself. So, yeah. So, to start with, I am going to share with you some, I would say, Kamalayan quotes that I actually heard last night from the SONA, or State of the Nation Address of President Duterte. No? Alam nyo, ako ay malaging either when I watch movies, I look for some memorable quotes. Hindi lang yung memorable, but may kinalaman sa Kamalayan. Kasi ang Kamalayan, basically I teach or I share something here that has to do with metaphysics in a way. And when I talk about metaphysics, ang daming nagtataas ng kilay dahil ano ba naman yung metaphysics na. Wala naman, napakasimple lang yan. All I would want you to know is that everything here is, ano tawag dito, created by our consciousness. No? Yan ang ibig sabihin ng kamalayan ko. Bakit ginagamit ko yung word na kamalayan? Because everything in our world, in our present day life, in terms of yung pang-araw-araw nating buhay, ang nag-create niyang nangyayari sa buhay natin ay ang kamalayan natin. So, akala natin, tsamba ang nangyayari sa buhay natin. Akala natin, may malas, may swerte, may maganda, may pangit. Pero lahat yan, ginagawa natin. And it is through our kamalayan. I'd like to say hi to a very special person who is actually right now a director now on television and in the movies. Siya ay dati kong estudyante sa Assumption College, si Ayet Natividad de Guzman. So si Ayet ay isang director na ngayon sa ABS-CBN. I don't know kung freelance siya as a director, but basically she does her, well, most of her programs are with ABS-CBN. So yeah, tuloy-tuloy na tayo sa ating programa. And as I've said, I would discuss first the Kamalayan quotes I actually gathered from yesterday's or last night's State of the Nation address of President Duterte. All right? So, ito ang aking nice umpisahan. And yun na nga, makakala natin kung ano-ano lang yung mga pinagsasabi niya ng politika. But if you would really listen to President Duterte, he said many words there, or I would say issues na may kinalaman sa kamalayan. Alright. So, ito ang aking gustong anuhin muna. I would say would want to discuss here. And this is something that goes like this. He said, one of the quotes I actually heard and have written down, "Let me ask you, when will corruption end? Kailan ba talaga ito? Hanggang kailan? Well, I don't know. I've been in the government or with the government for almost 35 years now. I'm not singling out myself. It's the entire gamut of our system." Alright. Napaka-importante na malaman natin kung ano talaga yung ibig sabihin nung sinabi niya yun. Na sa tagal-tagal na niya being a public servant for 35 years, na gusto nilang matanggal yung corruption na yan, noon pa, hanggang ngayon, hindi nila matanggal. So, yan ang tanong niya. Bakit ganon? Hanggang kailan ba talaga ito? Ito yung magandang pag-usapan natin. Dahil ako, sabi ko nga palagi sa Kamalayan, dito sa ating programa, sa Feel Good with Tato. That's why itong programa ko, ang title, Feel Good, because definitely this is the only way that we have to appreciate or to enjoy life or to go about our lives, to feel good. Yan. And so, yan ang aking naging title dito. And so, ito ang aking nais i-share dito sa quote ni President Duterte. Now, how come ang corruption na hindi matanggal-tanggal? Alright. Sabi ko nga, palagi ko sinasabi sa ating programa, kahit na ilang gobyerno na dumaan, ilang administrasyon ang dumaan sa ating buhay, ilang presidente na papalit-palit dyan, napakagaling ng mga officials natin, mga politicians natin, mga may pinag-aralan. Pero hanggat hindi nila nababago ang kanilang kamalayan o ang kamalayan ng Pilipino o ng buong Pilipinas, rather for that matter, I would rather use the words mass consciousness. Kung hindi natin mababago ang kamalayan ng mga Pilipino, hindi natin maiaalis ang corruption na umiiral sa ating buhay ngayon, sa ating mundo. Alright, bakit? Kasi ang corruption na yan, may pinagmumulan yan. At hanggat hindi natin na tutuklasan kung saan nagsisimula yung corruption na yan, kung bakit tayo, ang dami na natin nilagay na magagaling na tao na para lang i-replace yung mga dating corrupt officials, nagiging corrupt din yung mga pumapalit. O kung hindi naman corrupt, hindi nila makayang sugpuin. Okay. So, ang tanong dyan is, saan ba manggagaling yan? Marami kasi tayong paniniwala na nakagis na natin na hanggang ngayon, parang inano natin sa buhay natin ang ating, kumbaga, ang word dyan is, tinanggap natin sa ating buhay. Ganyan na talaga yan yan sasabi natin. Totoong ganyan naman buhay natin talaga, wala na tayong magagawa dyan So, tinanggap na nga. So, hanggat hindi natin binabago yung paniniwala na yan, hanggat iniisip natin na walang mangyayaring pagbabago dahil matagal na yan, walang nakagawang sige, thank you. At see you again next week. Ito si Dream Sensei, si Lucito, ay alis na muna. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for actually, hindi siya bumisita kasi kanina siya nag-programa before me. Alright. So, ito yan. Tanong dyan is, okay, bakit ngayon hindi mabago yung corruption? Bakit natin tinanggap? Kasi nga, hindi natin nakikita na kailangan natin talaga baguhin ang mga paniniwala natin. Ang dami natin beliefs na tayo'y tao lamang. Okay, isa na yan, tinanggap natin na tayo ay mahirap lamang, na tayo ay hanggang ganito na lang. Mabuti pa yung iba, mabuti pa yung ibang bansa. So hanggang ngayon, hanggang ganun ang paniniwala natin, hindi mababago ang mundo natin. Kasi nga, pag kunyari dumating ang pera, dumating yung kunyari suhol ng napakalaking halaga, sasabihin natin, naku, sayang naman ito. Kung hindi ko tatanggapin ito, malaking bagay ito para sa amin dahil marami akong magagawa dito sa pera na ito. Marami akong mabibili, marami akong mapapakain, Yes, totoo yan. Pero kung ano mong galing sa hindi maganda o galing sa masama yan, at tinanggap mo pa rin, dahil sabihin mo nga na sayang well, yun na ang I would say, one of the roots of our problem. Dahil nga sa kahirapan natin, dahil tinanggap natin ang kahirapan natin, well, in fact, pwede naman natin baguhin ang buhay natin Hindi naman totoong mahirap tayo. Ang kalagayan natin, nababago natin. Kahit na sabihin mo, hindi ka nakapag-aral, magtrabaho ka lang, makakuha ka ng... Yung iba nga, talagang sumikap lang, hindi naman nakapag-aral ng maayos, pero basically, ngayon, mayayaman na sila. Hindi naman sila gumawa ng mga bagay na, like for example, ng drugs. So basically, ito yung mga, sabi ko nga, yung mga beliefs natin, yung mga paniniwala natin na kailangan baguhin. Hanggat hindi natin nababago ang ating mga lumang tinagisnan, hindi natin matatanggal ang corruption na yan. Alright? So that's one way of looking at it. Sa Kamalayan, yan ang aming tinitingnan dyan. Hanggat hindi nagbabago ang mga paniniwala natin, brought about by many of our beliefs coming from the older generations, from the church, from whatever. Kasi ang dami sinabi sa atin na hanggang ngayon tinanggap natin na dapat sinecheck natin kung ito ba, totoo ba ito o hindi. Alright. Next, Kamalayan quote from President Duterte's message. Corruption exasperates, it frustrates. It is also exasperating that there are times when I think that perhaps it is blood that we need to cleanse and rinse away the dirt and the muck that stick to the flesh like leeches. Totoo nga. Yung binanggit ko na kanina. Kasi ano na sa atin ingrained na nga sa ating kultura itong corruption na ito tinanggap na natin na tayo na para bang nasasayangan tayo sa mga bagay na pinakita sa atin na napakamahal, napakalaking pera, napakaganda ng kotse, bibigyan ka ng bagong kotse na pag gawin mo lang ito, susuhulan ka. Yun sa yun nasa sa customs. Kaya hindi nila mabago-bago ang customs ang mga tao dyan dahil pag sinuhulan sila ng isang suhol lang na napakalaki ang halaga talagang titiklop na yung kanilang mga values. No? Alam nyo, ang sinasabi nila, gusto nila ibalik yung good moral, good values and moral character, or I forgot as to how they call it as a subject. Actually, sige ito, ibalik lang yan ninyo yun. Ibalik nyo, pero hindi yan ang solusyon talaga. Ang solusyon talaga is, lagyan nyo yung Kamalayan 101. Itong tinuturo ko sa Kamalayan, dapat ituro na sa eskwelahan nito. Kasi basically, tayo ang gumagawa nitong buhay natin May consequent, may mga nangyayari, may mga, yung iniisip natin, may mga resulta yan, may effect yan, may consequences yan. Akala kasi ng karamihan, sige, tanggapin ko ito, pag nakalusot ako, ikumpisal ko lang yan sa simbahan, wala na akong kasalanan. Akala nila, ganun yung isang lusot nila kukumpisal lang nila. Akala nila, wala na silang liability, no? But definitely, meron yan. So, yan ang isang bagay na kailangan natin maano. So, another Tamalayan quote that I gathered from last night's is kay President Duterte. We in government talk too much, act too little, and too slow. Alright, totoo yan sa gobyerno. We talk too much, act too little, and too slow. Kasi ang dami nating plano. Kaya lang, kulang sa aksyon. Paano nagiging kulang sa aksyon? Pinag-usapan na. Tapos para eto na, kailangan gawin. Pag gagawin na, para dyan na nagkakaproblema. Bakit hindi na i-implement? Ang dami-dami natin mga magagandang mga proyekto. Ang dami natin magagandang mga batas na hindi na i-implement. So, ano problema? Yung action. So, merong mga tatamad-tamad. No? Kasi, alam mo, mga tao, mga ano sa atin is, akala nila, pawarde-warde lang ang trabaho na hanggang ngayon, sa atin pa rin nga yung sinasabi natin na yung pagkawan-tamad natin. No? Na kung saan ay nihintay natin yung prutas na malaglag sa bibig natin para tayo gagawin mo, para nakatanga ka lang naghihintay ng biyaya. So, ito ay isang bagay na kailangan natin baguhin sa ating kultura. Kultura problema natin Yung pa nito, yung sinasabi nga natin, the government talk too much, act so little, and too slow. Basically, kultura yan Nakagis na natin sa kultura natin yan na yung manyana, habit, yung mamaya na, or bukas na. Yan. Yan ang isang bagay na kailangan baguhin natin. Alright. Hi, John Joe. Trinidad, kamusta na? And also, okay, si Lolita Villanueva Gibon said in Facebook Live, babasahin ko ito, only change in consciousness, personal values, or main drivers in our lives will change the ingrained corruption in the country. My optimism believes it will happen, just a matter of time. Totoo yan, Lolita. As a matter of fact, ito na nga ang ating solusyon Itong pinag-uusapan natin dito So, hayaan mo, lahat ng mangyayari yan. Hi, Wilmer Espalyardo. Yeah. He's watching also. Alright, so, hi, Raquel Shockey is also watching. Alright, so, hello to all of you. Ay, ano ba yan? So, yan. Sa Facebook Live, sa Wow Very Good Live, wala pa tayong bagong. Anyway, so, tuloy-tuloy tayo dito sa ating pinag-uusapan sa Kamalayan quotes, mga Kamalayan na mga sinabi. May kilala ba sa Kamalayan, no? Or rather, I'm interpreting it in a Kamalayan manner. Another quote from last night's SONA is, "Few men imbued with the will and the courage to do what he believes is right and just, and whatever be the opposition in terms of numbers and noise, make a majority. For it is not the eagle in the fight, but the fight in the eagle that matters. Believe me, I will end my term fighting." So basically, yes. Ito na eh. Ano lang talaga ito eh. Yung ginagawa naman ng presidente ito, basically, it's called will. Yun na nga, yung political will. Yan, in a way. Hanggat walang political will, ang isang politiko o isang government official, hanggang ano na lang tayo, hanggang usap-usapan na lang at plano at walang mangyayari dyan. So, sana ay, yun na nga, ito yung lagyan natin ng lakas ng loob, tapang, and yun na nga, yung pag-iingay, samahan natin ng action again. At what we believe is right, i-continue. So yan ang isang bagay na talagang kailangan natin panindigan. Mga bagay na dapat mangyari. Alright. Okay, the next one is, ito, pagka-controversial ito kasi at this point in time, mukhang may sinigot yata isang congressman na opposition sa statement na ito ni President Duterte. They say, "I do not believe in God." Who says, "I am a believer of a universal God." Of a universal mind there. "I do not believe a God so perfect who would create hell for His creation." What kind of God is He? He is not my God. So, well, kanya-kanya paniniwala yan. Kanya-kanya tayong reliyon, kanya-kanya tayong, I would say, beliefs. So, kung saan ay, kung ito ay paniniwala mo, we will not try to change you. Kung kayo ay naniniwala na may hell at may langit, may heaven, okay, no problem with that. If you don't believe in heaven and hell, we also would respect your views on that. Alright. Or ako, if I would be asked for my opinion or my view, in Kamalayan, we actually have the same views as that of President Duterte. Aminin ko man o hindi, alam nyo, si President Duterte, ang pinakamagandang spokesperson ko for Kamalayan. He is able to say all the things I want to say about my misgivings, about what I have experienced with the church. And somehow, si President Duterte, isang statement lang niya, nayayanig na yung buong simbahan at lahat ng mga taong nakapaligid doon. So, ako ay lubos na nagpapasalamat na may presidente tayo na katulad ni President Duterte na ganito ang paniniwala. Kasi in this day and age, alright, dito ka sa Kamalayan, dito ko ba lagi sinasabi, okay, I'm not actually trying to impose or make Kamalayan para bang I'm not trying to convert people to join us here in Kamalayan in this way. Kanya-kanya tayo paniniwala. But here in Kamalayan, this is what we believe in. When Jesus Christ said, "Heaven is at hand," the kingdom of God is at hand. Alright, anong ibig sabihin nun? The kingdom of God is at hand. The kingdom of God is within. The kingdom of God is here, rather. Tinanong siya ng mga disipulo niya, saan yung kingdom of God? Sabi nga ni Jesus, within. Nasa kalooban natin. So the kingdom of God is within us. Alright. Ano ang implication ng ganong klaseng paliwanag ni Jesus that the kingdom of God is within? If you believe that God is within us, if you think that God is everywhere, God is in heaven, God is in hell, if you believe in hell. Kasi God is everywhere. So, God should be in hell as well. So, God is everywhere. So, ano ba naman ang depression na, o ano ba naman ang mahirap sa pagtanggap na God is also inside me, within me? And if you think that God is inside you, how would you feel? Hindi ba? Napaka-empowered mo. Napakalakas mo. Kumbaga parang wala nang imposible. Ang ganda-ganda ng buhay. You are living in the kingdom of God already. And how does it feel to live in the kingdom of God? Masaya, marangya. Bakit pa ka nagko-complain na mahirap ang buhay? Kasi nga, hindi natin natatanggap na tayo ay nasa kaharian na ng Diyos. Yan ang isang bagay na hindi pa natin nakakagisnan. Kami dito sa Kamalayan, ilang beses pa ulit-ulit, sabi namin, the kingdom of God is within. God is always with us, within us. And no matter where we go, no matter what we do, God is always within us and God always says yes. Alright. So, ayoko munang anahin yan. Dagdagan natin na sinabi ni, share ulit si Lolita. As a man believes, so is he. If that is so, then everyone's reality is based on their belief. Totoo yan. Lahat ng reality natin is based on what we believe in. Kaya iba-iba mundo natin eh. Wala tayong hindi magkakaparehong mga mundo natin. So, yan isang bagay na kailangan natin matanggap, no? Na magkakaiba ang mga mundo natin. And we shouldn't actually be the same. We are all unique. So kung ito paniniwala mo, okay, paniniwala mo yan, hindi ko babaguhin yan. Kaya lang, ang tanong ko sa'yo, kung yan paniniwala mo, nakakatulong ba yan sa'yo? Masaya ka ba dyan? Kung hindi, bakit hindi mo palitan? At alam mo nang hindi ka masaya dyan, hindi nangyayari gusto mo mangyari, bakit yan pa rin ang paniniwalaan mo? So siguro it's about time to check on what's supposed to be changed in you, your beliefs. Alright. I'd like to say hi to Brian Cruz, who's watching right now. Alright, so tuloy-tuloy tayo rito. Nasaan na yun? Okay. Ano na yun? Yung last one. Okay, ito na yan. To dispel any controversy, another quote from the SONA of President Duterte. To dispel any controversy that my statements in this regard will create something else. Words of Pedro Guerrero, who said, sometimes they write what I say and they write what I say and not what I mean. Yeah. They write what I say, but not what I mean. So yung mga papurga-purga lang dyan, yan, sabi niya, I use similes, metaphors, hyperboles, and other figures of speech every now and then to prove or stress a point. I am as human as anybody else. Alright, yun na nga. Marami siyang statements na sinasabi na nagmumura siya nga. Okay, nagmumura siya. Alright, marami na offend. Yung words na sinasabi niya palagi, papatayin ko kayo. O yun, pag nagkamali kayo, papatayin ko kayo. O pag sasampalin ko kayo. Alright, I think those are similes or hyperboles that the president uses. Why? He has to show he's serious about things. He wants to show everyone, or to tell everyone, this is what I mean. Hindi na ako nakikipaglokohan dito. Kulang na lang talaga suntukan na nga tayo. Which is also what he says. And that's exactly the kind of impact he wants to create with what he says. But he only says it. I doubt if he does it. Ganun lang siya, salita. Pero he uses different words. Even Jesus used parables to be able to explain what he was trying to say about the kingdom of God. So basically, they write kumbaga kung ano yung nabasa mo na sinabi, you have to read between the lines, or you have to really interpret it the way it should be interpreted. So the way I look at it, kamalian talaga itong ano na ito eh. I mean, if yung statement, I don't know kung sino gumawa ng script na yung speech ni President Duterte, pero I would say may kinalaman, may alam siya sa kamalayan. Because when I was listening, sabi ko ba, parang kung ako ang gagawa ng speech ni President Duterte, halos pareho yung mga sasabihin ko nila ganito rin. Alright, so anyway, so another quote that I heard last night, to borrow the language of F. Chanil Jose, we have not risen above and beyond the parochial interests. Our warped loyalty to family, friends, and tribal kin continue to exact a heavy toll on our programs designed to uplift the poor and reassure our investors, our foreign investors, local and the business sector in this country. All right. What did he say here from F. Chanil Jose? We have not risen above and beyond the parochial interests. Our warped loyal to family. Yan ang sinasabi ko palagi sa kamalayan. One problem that we have in our culture is we are only concerned with our family. Kaya tayo may mga family dynasties. Ang akala lang natin, ang mga magagaling puro kamag-anak lang natin. Puro anak natin, kamag-anak, tatay natin. Yan ang nagiging ng kultura natin. The main problem of our government ngayon, of our society as well, is because of this problem. When it comes to family. At confine na tayo lang. Wala nang iba dapat. Kami lang ito. Hindi kayo kasali. So, kita ninyo, pag mamimili sila, sino pa tatakbuhin natin? Siyempre, kasunod dyan eh. Pagkatapos tumakbo ng asawang ng lalaki, papatakbuhin yung asawang babae. Pagtapos na yung babae, yung anak naman. Yung pinsan, yung kapatid. Ayan. So, ganyan tayo eh. Doon na lang napupunta. So, sila-sila na lang. Pamilya-pamilya. Masama ba ito o mabuti? Kung family business, ganoon din ito eh, sa family business. Di ba? Okay, sa bagay, family business, sabihin mo, family business ito eh. So, kailangan kapamilya ko kukunin ko rito na katrabaho ko. Kasi para sa amin lang ito eh. Alright. Mahina ang ulo ng mga kamag-anak mo to run a business. Medyo, siguro, intelligente sila in some other ways. Pero kung mahina ang utak for them to take over the business, bakit yung pipilitan yung kamag-anak nyo na sila pa rin mag-take over just because this is a family business? Yan ang maraming, nagkakaproblema. Kaya maraming bumabagsak ng mga family businesses dahil sa ganyang problema. Which is exactly what happens in the government as well, with our political system. Ang mag-anak, patatakbuhin, kahit na walang alam. So, ganyan ang problema ng bansa natin. So, yan. Kita nyo, talaga nung pinakinggan ko nga yung speech ng Presidente, binasa ko yung text niya. Sabi ko, my God, very good. Sabi ko ganyan. At naungkat niya itong mga bagay na ito. So, sino man ang gumawa ng speech niya, congratulations. Ito ba, ito na yung huling ko sa speech ni Duterte kagabi. Let me repeat what I said many times before. Honestly, I have identified the enemy who dumped us into this quagmire we are in. I have met the enemy face to face. And sadly, the enemy is us. Tayo ang problema. Sarili natin. Exactly, totoo. Sino pa ba ang i-blame mo? Kaya ito, magandang sinabi niya kadugtog dito eh. We are our own tormentors addressing the Filipino people. We are our own demons. We are as rapacious predators preying on the helpless, the weak, and the voiceless. Alright, tayo ang abusado, tayo ang corrupt, tayo ang mga walang iya. Totoo naman. Wala tayong dapat sisihin dito. Alright, bakit gano'n? Sabihin mo, hindi naman ako corrupt eh, hindi naman ako masamang tao eh. Bakit gano'n sabihin mo, ako ang may problema, tayo, us. You know, the enemy is us. Alam nyo, kung ano yung nakikita nyo sa gobyerno, reflection lang yan natin. Kung ano yung nakikita nyo sa labas, it's a reflection of who we are. So if you don't like what you see, exactly the problem is not outside. It's not them. Tayo. Tayo rin ang naglagay sa kanila dyan. Bakit? Sino yung mga binoto natin sa election? Kung sino man yung mga ayaw nyo, bakit nandiyan yan? Bakit yung binoto yan? So hindi may problema. Saan galing yung boto? Hindi naman nila dinaya. Ngayon, wala lang masyadong dayaan. Bakit nanalo pa rin yung mga dapat hindi manalo? Sino ang mga bumoto riyan? Anong klaseng pag-iisip meron yung mga taong yan? Tapos sasabihin nyo, wala tayong kasalanan. Ang may kasalanan, mga tao nasa gobyerno. Ako, I cannot blame anybody else except us talaga for what is happening now. Ang laking problema, to be a president. Talagang, I would say, ang hirap ng trabaho nitong ginagawa ni Presidente Duterte. No? Kaya ako ay talagang I would say I understand exactly what's going on with it. Alright, meron pa pala isa. And I think this is the last. My fellow citizens, to borrow the words of Churchill, akin to this is mine. We are now entering a period of consequences. The consequences of what we did and did not do, but should have done during my first half of my term. I assume full responsibility for that. As president, I cannot pass it, or I cannot pass the blame to anybody. So it is on me. Exactly what I said a while ago. See, the president even says, I do not blame anyone except me for what is happening. Because in every action na ginagawa natin, may consequence. And sabi nga niya ngayon, we are now entering a period of consequences. So lahat ng ginawa nila, tama at mali, may consequence yun. Yung tama, maganda ang consequence. Yung mali, may hindi maganda ang consequence. So ang tanong dyan is, sino may kasalanan? Sabi nga niya, I assume full responsibility for that, which is true. And anything that is happening now, definitely it is tayo ang may kagagawa niya. So ang ganda, di ba? Napakagandang speech in terms of what he said na may kinalaman sa kamalayan. At ang akin lang is, naintindihan ba ninyo itong pinag-uusapan natin ngayon? Kung talagang gusto nyo magkaroon ng pagbabago, which I think the President was able to address this program, this problem. Ito na nga, nangyari. He is not blaming anybody but himself. But of course, hindi lang dapat siya. Dapat we should also take the blame with him. Tayo rin ang may kasalanan. Tayo rin ang may kagagawa. Ito ang sinasabi ko. Sa kamalayan, walang bawal. Itong magandang pakinggan nyo. Sa kamalayan, walang bawal. You can do anything except to hurt. Kailangan wala tayo nasasaktan. Kaya nga hindi ako nanonood ng boxing. Yung katatapos lang ng laban ni Pacquiao last Sunday, hindi ko pinanood yan. Bakit? I don't want to imbibe violence. Kasi, ito, meron din akong isang, meron akong isang, I would say, quotation dyan na magandang i-share din regarding that. Kasi nga, everything that we actually think about, lahat na nasa utak natin. Like for example, okay, boxing. Ha? Eto nga yan. Boxing lang yan. Sasabihin natin, enjoy tayo, nanonood tayo. Ha? Maganda. Na-appreciate natin yung lakas ng ating kababayan na si Manny Pacquiao, na kung saan ay gusto natin mapatumba niya o ma-knockout ang kalaban. Alright. So, inaantabayan na natin yon. So, gusto natin. Alright. Ano ang nasa mindset natin? Ano ang tumatakbo sa utak natin? Saktan yung kalaban. Ha? Masaktan para matumba, ma-knockout, para manalo si Pacquiao. Alright. Ganun naman ang kunda. Simple lang yan. Parang napaka-inosenteng ano lang yan. Panunood sa TV ng laban ni Pacquiao. But what goes on inside our mind? We are actually thinking about violence. Kasi you want to inflict harm. Ganon din kapag nanonood tayo ng mga action movies na barilan, patayan, sa mga TV news, na ipapanood natin palagi yan. So ano umiiral sa ating kamalayan? Sa ating pag-iisip? Violence. And we want peace. Gusto natin kapayapaan. But peace would only start from us. Tanggalin mo lahat ng violence o ng lahat ng karahasan sa ating kamalayan o sa ating isipan. Doon pala magsisimula ang kapayapaan. Otherwise, we will not be able to achieve that peace that we're trying to achieve. Yung sinasabi ng human rights na akala ninyo ang nangyayari hindi dapat nangyayari. Hindi dapat mangyayari yan kung ang kamalayan ng Pilipino hindi violente. Tayo rin may kasalanan yan. Saka papanood natin ng mga ganitong mga movies o mga ginawa pa natin. Yun na nga yung violence, yung makasakit, ginawa natin entertainment. Sa mga movies na napapanood natin, sa mga telenovela, yung mga sampalan, yung mga sapunutan, mga suntukan, mga barilan, patayan, ginawa natin entertainment fair yan. Hindi lang entertainment, ginawa pa natin sa sports, boxing, wrestling, karate, itong mga ngayon yung masyado ng ngayon, yung violente na sakitan na dahil almost wala nang gloves na ginagamit. Talagang almost bare na yung kamay. So, ano pa ang ibig sabihin niya? Talagang gusto natin, we love violence. At tapos gusto mo kapayapaan. And peace will not come from anything na ganyan ang iniisip na puro violente. So, dapat talaga baguhin. I would say, dapat iban ang violence, anything that has to do with violence, iban yan sa TV. I would even appreciate more if you would feature more about sex. Kasi ang sex, at least, it's normal. It's part of our nature. We have to procreate. But we have to present sex in a kind of understanding that this is na maganda, na this is not masama, hindi ito pangit, hindi ito madumi, as what is being portrayed by many in terms of how they present sex, no? Kung saan pag tinuturo ang sex, ang pinalalabas this is not sex is dirty, sex is not hindi maganda, kaya ganyan, no? So marami tayong binigay na mga masasamang kahulugan or interpretation when it comes to sex, when in fact, sex is very much a part of our nature and we're supposed to enjoy it. We're supposed to enjoy it in the most, I would say, loving way, yung wala ka nasasaktan. Alright? You can have sex with anyone if you want, as long as pumapayag at hindi mo tinatago or wala kang sinasaktan. Sabi nga nila para ka ng animal mo. Sabi ko, actually hindi. Kasi kung talagang if you are a civilized person, and you just can enjoy having sex with practically anyone for that matter na pumapayag, wala namang problema doon kung talagang you not feel guilty and you did not hurt some feelings. So, yun ang mga bagay na kailangan pag-usapan pa natin na gusto. So, ito yung gusto kong I don't know kung nasave ko sa aking listahan dito sa aking yung about yung violence niya na inano ko. Kasi sa totoo lang ay napakaganda ng ating buhay sa mundong ito. Lalo na sa Pilipinas. At kailangan natin maiayos talaga itong ating kamalayan. Ito lang naman ang purpose ko kung bakit I come out here regularly on Feel Good with Tato, Very Good Life, and I actually blog in Facebook to share my thoughts about Kamalayan because I want to correct a lot of things that had been taught to us that are not anymore, I would say, relevant or not supposed to be believed in. We have to just really change some beliefs na kailangan natin talagang maiayos. Hi, I'd like to say hi to Mines, sa Mines Los Angeles, and Bo Segudo. Hello, Bo. Kailangan mag-guest dito. And of course, this being Ugor is watching. Alright, so tuloy-tuloy tayo sa ating programa, and actually, ilang pa tayong minuto rito. Naku, anong oras na ba ito ngayon? Mukhang tapos na dapat ang program ko. Anong oras na ba ngayon? Alright, let's just take a look. Oh, 7:09. So, meron pa tayong mga 10 minutes. Kasi we start, hindi, maaga pa. Kasi 7:09, I started at 6:20. So, 20 more minutes. Alright, so, tuloy-tuloy tayo sa ating programa. And, eto na. So much for that. Yung speech ni Duterte, ni President Duterte, may kamalayan, I would say, ito yung gusto ko lang ma-explain about the concept that, the interpretation I had in terms of hearing some of the things that President Duterte explained yesterday. Ang ganda ng message. So basically, I hope people will be able to change some things about, how things are going on in terms of our life, in terms of our government, in terms of our society. Alright, so today, tuloy-tuloy tayo sa ating mga ginagawang mga, I would say, relevant topics that we want to share with you, especially on some tips on how to be successful, some Kamalayan tips on how to be successful in life, on how to be happy. And, alam niyo, marami nagtatanong sa akin, paano ba talaga kailangan akong maging relevant sa ibang tao? Or they want to be exposed in terms of as, kunyari, celebrities. They want to be more popular. They want to become more, I would say, to be a star. But again, ang tanong nga dyan is, sasabihin nyo, magaling kayo kumanta, magaling kayo umarte, tama na ba yun? Hindi. If you notice, now, to catch attention, for you to be able to catch attention, marami tayong nakikita ngayon na kakaiba. Hindi na natin pinapanood ang isang singer na kakanta lang o isang artista na aarte lang para sumikat. Ngayon, there is one thing that producers and directors have learned, which I have learned a long time ago in the recording business. Ang ginagawa na natin ngayon is we present a talent or a singer or an actor not only according to what he does what he does best or what she does best, like in singing or in acting, but also the story behind that person. Sino ka ba? Kasi, ang dami nagsasabi, I'm a very private person eh. I cannot expose who I am. Alright, malaking problema yan. Why? Because basically now, what happens is, when people would want to know more about you, what can you share? And, ang maganda rito is, ang tanong nga dyan is, ang palagi nilang tanong is, eto na yun eh, what is your story? Alright, yeah. What is your story? Okay. Okay? So, ang tanong is, ano yan? What is your story? Ano ang, yan, mas mataas. Kasi, meron palang, ano tawag dito, sa, ano ko eh, merong bar dito na nakaharang yung, ano. Alright, so, yan ang tanong natin. Ano ang istorya ng buhay mo? If you notice, many of our programs now on television, like, for example, in Showtime, sa tawag ng tanghalan, before they present the contestant, ano ang pinapakita nila? O yung sa idol, yung mga idol ko, ano yung pinapakita nila? Ipakita ko muna sa Facebook ko yung one. What is your story? Yeah. Alright. Ano ang pinag-uusapan na muna nila? Hindi ba pinapakita nila yung buhay ng tao? Ano yung istorya ng tao? No, contestant na yun. Sino ba siya? Yan yung isang bagay na talagang nakikita na natin ngayon palagi. In every, ano na ngayon, in every contest, people are more interested in terms of who you are. What is your story? Ganun din ako noon. When I was in the recording business, hindi naman tinatanong sa akin ng boss ko, whenever I would sign up a new artist, a new talent, hindi naman tinatanong sa akin, no, magaling ba yan? Or ano ba ang style niyan? Ang tanong palagi sa akin, ano ba ang storya niyan, talent mo? Dati hindi ko una nakukuha yun. Ano yung storya? Bakit kailangan yung storya? Yung pala, the story is basically the one that will make you a star, for that matter. Kung wala kang istorya, walang dating ang talent mo. You are just known as a very good singer, pero yun lang. Pero the moment meron kang istorya. Kaya nga, ang karamihan ng ginagawa ng mga movie companies dati, ang ginagawa nila is to create intrigues para mapag-usapan. Yan. Yan ang concept ng, ano yan, bakit tayo may natawag na, what is your story? So, ang tanong ko is, kayo, ano ang storya ng buhay nyo? How would you know your story na gusto mong i-share? Kasi sabi mo nga, you're very private. And ngayon, hindi ka na pwedeng maging private. Kasi people will know a lot about you because if it will be, if they will just see you on your Facebook account, they will learn a lot of things about you. So, ang dami na nilang makukuha information about you dyan na ikaw mismo, magtataka paano nila nalaman. Or, hindi lang yun. Ngayon nga wala ka naman itatago. In social media, everything is there about ourselves. As a matter of fact, the social media, like Google, Facebook, and other even those companies, advertising companies, they know more about us than we know who we are. Than we know who we are. Ibig sabihin, mas nakakakilala na sa atin kesa tayo mismo na nakikilala natin kung sino tayo. So, ang tanong dyan is, kailan mo ba sarili mo? Ah? So, aside from your story, ang tanong dyan is, anong story na ang ialin mo? So, you have to know who you are. You have to know, you have to be authentic. Ha? When you say authentic, ano ang ibig sabihin yan? Wala kang kaplastikan. You have to be authentic in terms of who you are. That's why a lot of things that we require people na nagpapatulong about their sa Kamalayan. Yan. Gusto nilang malaman, paano ba ako magsasucceed sa buhay ko? Sabi ko nga palagi is, you have to know who you are. And by knowing who you are, you will discover your strengths and weaknesses. You will discover your likes and dislikes. And because of that, you will become yourself. You will not become somebody else. You cannot be another person. You have to be who you are. And you have to be, yun na nga, sabi natin, authentic. So, magpakatao ka, magpakatotoo ka, sabi nga. Huwag ka na mahiya. Huwag mo na itago. Labas mo na. Sabi ko nga wala rin yung mga nangyayari dyan. Madidiscover na lang ng ibang tao. Sabi ka, kung meron ka tinatagong sex scandal dyan, later on, lalabas at lalabas yan. Akala mo nakatago yan sa cellphone mo. Lalo, ilalagay mo sa social media yan. Yun na nga na wala ka nga sa social media. How sure are you na wala kumukuha ng video mo elsewhere or somewhere? Lahat na ngayon ay may CCTV. If you check in a hotel, how sure are you na walang CCTV doon sa loob niyon? We are not anymore sure. I mean, we are just practically, ano tawag dito? Yung taong yung everybody's, may term yun may tawag doon sa taong na kilala siya ng lahat dahil nga basically napapanood siya ng lahat. Para ka nasa Big Brother, that's the best example. Para ka nasa bahay ni Big Brother na kahit saan ka pumunta, may camera. Pati sa CR yata may camera, pati sa paliguan may camera yata rin doon. I don't know kung gano'n sila extensive sa kanilang kino-cover sa Big Brother's house. Kasi lahat ng sa bawat kwarto mo, may camera ka, may microphone ka, nakakabit sa'yo. So lahat na sinasabi mo, nadidinig. So how can you live a life now na may itatago ka pa when in fact, ganito na ang buhay natin. We are now living in a digital age na kung saan everything is out there. Now, we can be seen, we can be heard. And not only that, ito na yung, even our thoughts, nababasa na ng ibang tao yan through Kamalayan. Those who are mind readers can read your thoughts already. So, paano masasabihin na may tatago mo pa yung mga I can read exactly the thoughts of a person through just by reading about the body language of a person. Alam ko kung nagsisinungaling ang isang tao. Alam ko kung ayaw niya akong kausap. Alam ko kung interesado siya sa akin. Without saying a word, body language lang. So, everything can be read already. Wala kang itatago. So, just become who you are. Be authentic. Know who you are. That's the best way to create your story. And then, if you know your story, like ako, alam ko yung ginagawa ko I have already shared my story. My stories for that matter. Even my love stories, nasi-share ko sa Facebook. Wala akong tinatago na. Sabi ko, bakit pa ako magtatago? Kung unahan lang ako ng mga iba di para bang nakaisa pa sila sa akin. Isahan ko na sila, unahan ko na sila. Ano pa ang pagkayabang nila na may na-scoop sila sa akin? Wala na. Ang kulang na lang nga siguro yung maghubad ako sa harap ng camera ngayon. No? So, I'm sure you'll be ang tawag dito, you'll be shocked, wag ka lang. You will not enjoy it. Alright, I'd like to say hi to some people in Facebook or watching. Joanna, Bernard, Lucena is watching. Adora Pen from New York is watching. And Joanna, who else is? Ronnie Goles. Hi, Kuya Tato. Hope you still remember me from CPMP, of course. Mga taga Center for Pop Music, Philippines. Hello, hello. Alright, so, be authentic. Yeah, importante yan. So, if you have questions, let me know. You can actually post some questions here so I can see the comments nyo. So, sana naman mag-comment kayo. Alright, katilan natin. You can share. Alright. Tapos na ba? Di ba? Okay. Meron pa tayo mga ilang bang minutes ako dito. Kasi nakikita ko naman dito ang time ko. I will, and almost. This last na nga. Well, kung na ito. Patapos na tayo ng one, but siguro, ano ba? Ay, siguro, okay na, tapos na.
30 minutes?
Tapos na tayo, 1 hour na tayo, more than 1 hour, marami na tayo ng mabobore na kayo sa akin pag mababa pa ako. At marami naman tayo pag-uusapan pa next time. So with that, I'd like to say thank you very much to all those who watched me today in Facebook Live and in Very Good live streaming. At sana ay tagkilikin nyo palagi ang ating programa Feel Good with Tato. At sana ay marami kayong natutunan in a way. Appreciate ninyo kung saan ay maganda naman ito mga napapag-usapan natin. May pagka-shocking lang kuminsan, pero kung makikita nyo ang kahalagahan o ang meaning ng itong pinag-usapan natin, you would say, okay, tama naman pala si Tato. So with that, I'd like to say, magandang kamalayan sa inyo lahat. Maraming salamat sa inyo, Richard. At Ma'am Wilma, Devante. I'd like to say hi to David Lee, who also is watching now. So with that, thank you to all of you. As I've said, magandang kamalayan sa inyong lahat. Kumamay ka naman, Richard. Nakita ka dyan.